Alright, been a while. As you can see, the boat is completely gutted. Everything that's in is welded in some way, so that's not coming out. Plus those are just sports bars. I don't feel like messing with it. Transom's fully removed. The back is pretty bad. It looks like to me a battery leaked over the winter or something, because you can see there's extreme pitting here. There's actually a cap plate on the bottom that's MIG. I didn't notice that before, but you know, this is a little deformed here because I was messing around with some of that aluminum stick, you know, torch stuff, but I don't think it would work good in this application. It worked okay though, that Blue Demon stuff. It looks like it was either wrecked or rotted out, because there's some nasty black, you know, MIG welds here, and there's some on the back. There's a lot of pitting here in the back plate. It's 1/8 inch, you know, 50-52, where the transom board just kind of leached into it, because this was a, you know, early 80s, late 70s boat, so the wood wasn't the right type. There was a stainless like cap plate, a big heavy duty one, which the stainless wasn't good because water came out of this drain and kind of wept into here and chewed it up pretty good. Overall, it's not terrible. I mean, there's plenty enough structurally, but I have started welding up little pits, and I'm going to smooth these down. I'm just kind of messing with it and trying to get a feel for how to get the corrosion out. But overall, it hasn't been too bad. I just kind of stir the weld and all the trash comes out, and then I sand off the top. But again, this is just to protect it. It's not really a structural thing. The hole with the transom, with the boards and the angle plates and everything else that's going to go in here with the corner caps is plenty enough. And I'm also going to put in like a square tube brace. I think I'm going to replace the default cast, because I don't think they really work with the motor size I have. So I'm going to do like a fuel cell and a catch plate to catch any battery leaks or anything, an aluminum catch plate to protect it in the future. I was just going to epoxy this and then Alumacraft it gray. I'm still going to do that, but I need to protect all this better. That's not going to be enough. I need to weld it. And that, speaking of which, I mean, I've wanted one forever, but I finally got me a TIG machine. I got me a Vulcan 205, gas lens, all that stuff. Got me some Superflex hose. I've TIGged in the past. I just don't have my own rig. And I've never done aluminum, but honestly, it's really easy. You know, as long as you know your techniques, the AC settings are really what does most of the work. As long as you got your heat right. I sanded this one smooth just because I'm messing with this, but I mean, it's pretty easy. I'm going to slice this whole piece off, so it's kind of my dummy, and I'm going to put like a riveted cap to go all the way across the top, because this is not really doing anything, and it's got little tears. It's just going to be in the way when I try to shove the board kind of down like that. What I am going to do, oh yeah, and I cut these corner pieces off, so I finally could cut those. I was worried how I was going to bend those out, but now that I got a TIG, I can just slice them out and replace all that. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to take this entire boat, and I'm going to flip it over. And then I'm going to measure this width, and then 3D print some PLA jigs for bending. So I'm going to have strips, the width of whatever this is bent, and strips here, and I'm going to replace. I'm going to cap the bottom from here all the way to the front of here, and then I'm going to rivet it and then make full length welds all the way across to basically cap the bottom and make a new bottom so that it's structurally sound. I may roll a little tiny lip on the back here just to tie it in, but I haven't really decided. Now, I know a lot of you are going, why the hell are you doing all that work on a hull? But again, this is a sentimental boat. If this was any other boat that I just saw on the street, I wouldn't buy it, but this one, you know, it's been in the family for longer than I've been alive, so I think it warrants a little bit of effort, and I have the skills to do it, so I will. It just has to live long as I do, and I'm able to fix it. I hope I don't ever have to crack it back open if I do everything right, but it should be okay if I do everything correctly. Gonna rewire it, gonna refoam it. I'm gonna take the live well out. I'm going to cap these up, and I'm going to take it out the middle. I might make that an ice chest. I'm not going to do any, like, you know, tournament fishing or anything in it, so it's just kind of wasted space. The boat doesn't have a lot to begin with, so I might make that a dry locker or even a little ice chest. I haven't quite decided yet. I am going to fix this with some tubing underneath. I'll probably rivet it in and then do something with the little supports or something, because this is very flimsy. It's not a casting deck, but it's already kind of broken, and there's wood in there that's rotted that I just don't want to have in there as a support. I want to take that out and replace it with aluminum. you know, weld some stuff in. A lot of these rivets do leak, but again, I'm gonna drill those out and buck some more in. I already knew I was gonna have to do that, so not a huge deal. The hull's in good shape. I may have to touch a couple welds up, but honestly, I gotta clean everything up and get the aluminum clean. It doesn't have any giant holes. Even that back section, believe it or not, only has tiny pinholes in it, that, you know, 4 or 5. One thing too, if you have a boat and you have a hole here because the carpet came to here, make sure nails don't get in there, because some big framing nails, like 5 or 6 of them, made their way underneath the deck, ran their way down the ribs, and parked themselves in the hull. And you can see the corrosion they made. Didn't rust, but aluminum can corrode with dissimilar metals, and that's it. I mean, that one's cleaned up a little bit, but I've polished that quite a bit. So make sure you don't get anything under your foam. It will absolutely wreck an aluminum boat if it's not coated inside. And even then, why let that happen? You know, this is all rouging, kind of, whatever you call it with aluminum, but this is, you know, rust got in here and skidded and moved all around, and little rivet pieces and stuff got in there. So yeah, aluminum boats and dissimilar metals, be careful. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's very salvageable. I think with a little TLC and a little bit of craftsmanship, it'll be fine. Thanks for watching.